The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Now, as the government ramps up its vaccination efforts, immunocompromised adults can have their second dose of booster shot starting Monday. JC Cosico has the report.
Due to waning efficacy, government will begin the rollout of the fourth dose or second booster shot of COVID-19 vaccines on April 25. But this will only cover the immunocompromised aged 18 and above. The health department says they may get jabbed as early as 3 months after their first booster.
Humihina po ang bisa ng ating mga bakuna makalipas ang panahon, kaya naman booster shots are very important.
DOH will use vaccine brands AstraZeneca, Moderna, Pfizer, Sinopharm, and Sinovac for the rollout. Senior citizens and health workers, meanwhile, might still have to wait for their turn, pending the recommendation of the Health Technology Assessment Council.
Mas kumpleto ang ebidensyang hawak ng ating HTAC for the immunocompromised. So minabuti ng kagawaran ng kalusugan, iuna na natin.
To date, 95% of frontliners in the country are already fully vaccinated, but almost 50% have yet to be boosted. DOH attributes this low turnout to complacency amid decreasing infections.
Kalaban talaga ng successful vaccination programs, itong tinatawag na pagbaba ng kaso.
With this, the government has started conducting special vaccination days in areas with low inoculation rates, starting in Sorsogon, Negros Oriental and Occidental last April 20 until Friday, while Bicol Region and Palawan are set to have theirs on April 25 to 26. DOH reminds the public against complacency as the virus is still very much present.
Let's take advantage of this lull na bumababa yung kaso at magpa-booster na tayo at alam naman natin mapagsamantala ang COVID.
So far, over 67.3 million Filipinos have been fully jabbed against COVID-19, while some 12.7 million have received their booster shots. For News 5, JC Cosico, we are One News.
One expert says 2 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine does not provide enough immunity. Speaking to 1PH sa Totoo Lang, a vaccine expert, a panel head, Dr. Nina Gloriani said they're urging people to receive a 3rd dose as well as a possible 4th vaccine dose to ensure sufficient protection against the coronavirus variants.
Malinaw ang data, hindi enough ang 2 doses. Nung nakadalawang doses, ang baba ng immunity, fading ng protection ay talagang andon. So, naire-restore ng 3rd dose yon at mas mataas na protection against sa variants, especially sa Omicron.
The World Health Organization is now strongly recommending the use of Pfizer's COVID-19 antiviral pill, Paxlovid. Data show that the risk of hospitalization was cut by 85% after the use of Paxlovid. Paxlovid is recommended for mild and moderate COVID-19 patients who still pose higher risk of hospitalization. However, the country cannot import the product just yet due to lack of indemnification law for the drug. Now, the measure is meant to exempt the drug company from liability should there be damage or loss. But the health department assures that discussions are ongoing for the procurement of Paxlovid.
May mga limitasyon po ang Pilipinas o yung ating mga procurement processes because of specific laws in the country. Kaya hanggang sa ngayon, in discussions pa rin po tayo on how we may be able to go about with this procurement.
Health Secretary Francisco Duque III says there is a possibility of suspension of the May polls if COVID-19 cases surge. During yesterday's Laging Handa briefing, Duque said the possible suspension will depend on several factors. These includes an area's 2-week growth rate, average daily attack rate, and hospital utilization rate.
that is always a possibility, but we will stick to our alert leveling system. Average daily attack rate per 100,000 population. Na kung sumobra ka sa 18 kada araw per 100,000 population, asa high risk ka. No? At kung ang iyong healthcare utilization rate, pangatlong metric or panukatan, ay mataas ka sa 74% or 75 until 84%, nasa high risk ka. So itong mga ito ang binabantayan natin. Parang dashboard ito, no? So ito yung mga metrics, tinitingnan natin, ito yung mga gauges. So depende pa yan. So kakalibrate natin yung response natin. Ngayon, kung ang tanong, posible ba magkaroon ng postponement? Oo, syempre, posible pa rin kung talagang masyadong mataas ang sipa ng mga kaso sa mga piling lugar.
But the COMELEC says they have the final say on whether to postpone elections. In an interview with the chiefs, COMELEC Commissioner George Garcia said while they respect the authority of the Health Department over pandemic concerns, the two agencies will have to work together to determine if a postponement is needed.
Sinikilala natin, ang Department of Health po ang pinaka-primary agency when it comes to the health of the people. Pero siyempre naman po, when it comes to the issue of voting, to the issue of the election, it will always be the Commission election under the Constitution that is the final say. So, ang ibig sabihin po, we have to really sit down together, the Department of Health at ang COMELEC, at plansahin namin kung paano madidelineate yung pronouncement namin at saka pronouncement po nila. Sa bandang huli, kami po ang magdidesisyon if that is a force mature. But definitely, Ma'am Ami, we will have to really consider deeply and seriously yung recommendation din po ng Department of Health sa bagay po na ito.
Incumbent French President Emmanuel Macron retains his lead over right-wing rival Marine Le Pen after their first and only debate before the French elections. This Bloomberg Quick Take has the details.
Auprès d'une banque russe.
On Wednesday evening, President Emmanuel Macron debated with his far-right rival Marine Le Pen in a high-stake televised moment. For Emmanuel Macron, the incumbent, it was about looking not too arrogant, not too distant and condescending, and he partially achieved that, although he interrupted Le Pen repeatedly and sometimes corrected her mistakes in a very teacher-like way.
Pour développer le nucléaire.
Mais vous n'arriverez pas à ouvrir des centrales avant 2035, Madame Le Pen.
Dès le début de mon mandat.
Mais vous avez le temps industriel, Madame Le Pen.
For Marine Le Pen, by contrast, it was about looking serious and presidential, and especially about avoiding the disastrous outcome of the 2017 debate when facing Macron, she essentially mixed up things on the economy and even turned into an online meme that is still painful to watch for her. We could argue that both candidates reached their objectives, but for Marine Le Pen, the underdog is forecast to lose by at least 10 percentage points on Sunday. We can say that she did fail to turn the table or to seize the moment to change the course of this election with a punchline or with an argument that would have convinced left-leaning voters to vote for her. There was one moment towards the end where the candidates debated Le Pen's proposal to ban the Muslim veil in public spaces. That's a very controversial proposal that would probably be deemed illegal in France.
Madame Le Pen, ce que vous dites est très grave. Je vous le dis vraiment avec beaucoup...
c'est vous qui...
Non. Interdire le voile, vous êtes en train de dire...
Vous considérez par anticipation qu'il y a un certain nombre de personnes qui refuseraient d'appliquer la loi.
Madame Le Pen, je suis en train de vous dire que la France, patrie des Lumières, de l'universel, serait le premier pays au monde à interdire les signes religieux dans l'espace public. Le premier pays au monde. C'est ça ce que vous proposez. Ça n'a aucun sens, ça n'est pas le respect de nos valeurs. Ce sera même infaisable.
That is a proposal that is likely to push some left-leaning people who voted for far-left leader Mélenchon in the first round of the election. That could incentivize them to actually go cast votes for Macron and block the far right from gaining power like they have done in the past 20 years or so.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later again at 10:15 in the morning as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now, www.signalplay.com, and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.